Hey friends, alright, so... What? You trying to steal the show here, bud? Alright, so I wanted to do another Q&A. So this is the August 2016 Twitter Q&A. Twitter Q&A. My fan Cassidy, she loves when I do Q&A, so she kept asking me to do an up-to-date one, so I decided I would do that for you all. I thought I would just say up front, here's the reason why I always do it on Twitter. I have the least amount of followers on Twitter. So to be quite honest, if you really want to look for a direct interaction with me, you should follow me on Twitter, you know. So without further ado, we'll get this party started. So first things first, Drew asks, how are you feeling? Well, today I'm feeling quite well. I've been up for a few hours, been pretty productive, doing lots of neat things. I've been a little bit stressed, as you've seen from my recent videos and everything else going on, just being too busy to not be able to do self-care, but I'm gonna work out while this video is uploading. So I feel pretty excellent today. I hope you're doing well. Lauren wants to know, what instrument would you like to be able to play? I would love to be able to play the piano really well. The only reason that I don't practice or that I haven't really pursued this is because I don't have a keyboard or piano with me, but I do have a keyboard at my mom's house, so I could pick that back up. I think it's time. Avery asks, what's your favorite show on Netflix right now? And it's Stranger Things. I am so into it. I'm only on episode 5, so don't post any spoilers. But Tess and I watched the first 3 together, and then she got too scared, so she had to stop. So now I watch it in my office space while she sits on this couch doing her work at night. So I'll probably watch episode 5 tonight. And I'm really into it. It's good and kind of scary, but it's good. Yeah. Also, way to just like not even have a search party for Barb. Just saying. That trans Minecrafter asks, what advice would you give to a transgender teen living in North Carolina with non-supportive parents/family? So my advice would be, if your parents and family aren't actually supportive and they've got no desire to be supportive, for you to look out for LGBTQ and transgender support resources in your community. So the main thing is, if your parents do not want to come around and your family doesn't seem like they want to come around, to seek out support for yourself, because at this point you need to be supporting yourself, but there are so many people around who want to help support you and who do support you. So let's try and find you some places that you can gather confidence and courage for right now, because I know that in your future and in your life you're going to have a supportive environment that you live within, just not right now. So let's work on finding you one nearby. Cassidy asks, if you could wake up tomorrow in the body of someone else, who would you pick and what would you do? I was just thinking about this, and I actually would love to wake up in the body of Justin Bieber and just kind of see what it's like to be him, and maybe even have, you know, his mind in there too, so I could think like, oh, this is what Justin Bieber would be thinking right now, but here's what I'm actually thinking at the same time. Kind of like a split screen. Cassidy asks, if you could have personally witnessed anything, what would you want to have seen? If I could have personally witnessed anything, I probably would choose the March on Washington. I am amazed by that event in and of itself and would have loved to have witnessed it first person. Bear asks, what, in your opinion, is the best way to handle non-supportive parents while you're under 18? I love you, heart. I love you too, Bear. Like I was telling the other teen, is the check for local support and for communities that you can be a part of so that you can continue to grow and be your best self, even in this really, excuse my language, shitty circumstance of your parents not accepting the beautiful being that you are. So what I would say is really reach out to your friends and to communities and support groups that you can be a part of that can help you feel like you are loved, because you are. Bryn asks, if you could go back in time and relive one moment, what would it be and why? I think that I would love to relive the moment that I woke up after top surgery again. I think that was the best day of my life, waking up after that, and so I would love to experience that feeling again, of just feeling so whole and alive. It was like this fresh start, and I love feelings like that, so I would love to. Avery asks, is there a new EP coming soon? I don't even know if this question actually has to do with my Q&A, but I liked it, so I wanted to say that something kind of like an EP you will see very soon. I'm working on something this month, and I'm very, 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 very excited to share it with you all. Natalie asks, tips for being confident about yourself. I was thinking about this one all morning, to be honest, and really I think that for me, something that makes me feel most confident is when I don't feel weird. I think really to be confident, to surround yourself with people or places or spaces that reaffirm exactly who you are and who you are, really, and accept and embrace who you are. So Rosebud17 asks, what is your favorite app on your phone? I imagine that you mean my phone. So right now my favorite app on my phone is Pokemon Go, for sure, absolutely. LJ asks, what's something you're excited for or want to do before 2017? So I really want to buzz all of my hair off, and I think I actually, now that I've said it out loud, I'm probably gonna do it this week. Sometimes my hair, when I wake up in the morning, like it'll be like parted down the middle like this, and like that totally changes like the shape of my face, or it'll all be going to like this side, and it'll be like this, and like it doesn't look like it's changing that much probably to you all, but it changes my face shape. Or like even this one's like really wacko. It's like the weird points that it'll sometimes just do down the middle of my face, or I can do the Justin Bieber look again, you know, do that sort of like old style. So the reason that I want to buzz my hair is because I want to know exactly what I'll look like when I look at myself in the mirror. I don't necessarily like the way I look with a buzzed haircut, but I like that I know what I look like at pretty much all times, and it's not like a shock when I look in the mirror. I'm like, oh god, I look so bad. Nope, I know. I can picture it with my eyes closed, and that's exactly what I see in the mirror. And so yeah, that's why I want to buzz my hair. So I definitely want to do that before 2017, and now I'm probably gonna do it like this week, so. Cassidy asks, what's on your bucket list this year? So this year, the biggest thing on my bucket list that I really want to make sure I do is I want to finish writing my memoir. I will hopefully have some exciting news about that for you very, very, very soon. So Cassidy asks, if a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for? So number 1, I would wish that my cats didn't have calicivirus, which is an upper respiratory virus that is very contagious to other cats, mostly for their comfort and also because I'm a selfish asshole and I really want my cats to live forever, so I don't like the idea of having them any virus. So I would definitely get rid of that. Number 2, I would wish for a giant piano, like I was just saying about wanting to learn the piano. Just a giant piano that could fit in my not so giant apartment. And last but not least is I would wish that my carpal tunnel and my ulnar nerve in my left hand would never ever be irritated again. I wouldn't have to do ulnar nerve flossing exercises on YouTube where I have to go like this. Oh god, it's awful. Ah, god, it's just terrible. My pinky's been numb for a bit and it's been really bothering me, so I would wish that that wasn't the case. Dan asks, are you planning to come back to Toronto anytime soon? So I don't have a finite, definite plan that I'll be back in Toronto at any point in the near future, but if I were invited, I would love to go back because I love Canada. I love it. What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you? I think that I'm much more blunt than I've realized about things. So perhaps some people might think that I'm being rude at times when really I'm just being honest and not sugarcoating. Sophie's asking, do you like Thomas Sanders? Yeah, I think Thomas Sanders is hilarious. A lot of people have been sending me his vines lately and he is so funny. So let me just show you one real quick.
I'm the exact opposite of this salad. It's healthy. Oh. I was gonna say my salad's dressed. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I am the exact opposite of this salad.
So anyway, I think that he is really funny. His skits are really funny, and we actually do look kind of similar, as everyone keeps pointing out, and our sense of humor is like on point. So I've appreciated knowing who Thomas Sanders is. He's a really, really funny guy. So Cassidy with the deep questions. What do you constantly think about that either makes you sad or just anything? Well, I constantly am thinking about the fact that all that we all have in common is time. And yeah, that thought can sometimes make me sad, but usually it's kind of a calming thought for me. Cassidy asks, do you believe in second chances? Yeah, I believe in second chances, but you can also use up both of your first 2 chances during the first chance if you make some huge mistake. Just saying. If you are in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone or have someone to cheer you up? I prefer to be left alone. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? A little bit of both, but mostly introvert. I was surprised when I took a test and it told me that, and then I realized that I totally didn't know what those 2 words meant at all prior to that. definitely need my alone time to recharge 100%. I don't really like group projects. I don't like working around a lot of people, and I don't like being in places that a lot of people are. But at the same time, I do also need to have contact with my friends. So like at 6:30 tonight, Tess and I are going for a walk with my friend Becca in the park, and I'm happy to know that that plan is in the future. I need that plan in the future, but right now for the next 6 hours, I need to be alone. What was your first thought when you woke up this morning? My first thought was that I hope I didn't smush Ducky, who is my cat, who sometimes sleeps at my feet, because I had like stretched my feet all the way out, and it turns out I stretched them like right up to her, and then there was like little Duck, and then there was the wall. So I didn't smush her, thankfully. Sophie asks, do you want another tattoo? Yes, I definitely want another tattoo. I'm currently working on designing one right now, as well as Tess and I are planning on getting a matching tattoo together, so that's gonna be fun. Jabber wants a tattoo too. Scooter is asking, how do you call people out when they misgender you? Usually if someone misgendered me in the past, I would say, hey, I use he, him pronouns. Hey, my name is Skylar. If they asked me any questions about it, I would answer those questions and really stand up for myself. A lot of the times my friends would call people out and correct them for me, so that was very helpful. Jake asks, how to be confident when using the restroom and stop thinking everyone knows you're not cis. So I think that really the confidence is gonna come from yourself, and you really answered it there. They're not thinking about the fact that you're not cis. They're probably not even thinking about you at all. So that's how I kind of approach it. I go into the bathroom, beeline to the stall, not beeline right to the washy, soapy, and then I beeline right out the door. That's what my recommendation for you, and the more that you do it, the more confident you'll likely become.
Beeline to the stall, not beeline right to the washy, soapy, and then I beeline right out the door.
Rocket Summers asks, would you like to come to Mexico? Yes, I would love to come to Mexico. Someday, for sure. Kathan asks, favorite breed of cat? Well, I just learned about this type of cat called the Norwegian forest cat, and they're so floofy and so big and so cute, but really I don't have any favorites. We just adopted a short hair cat and a medium hair cat, and they're black and white, and I love them. So I don't really care too much. It's all about the personality and the cuddleability. Right? Right, guys? Yeah, they agree. Gabriel, one of my faves, he's asking, if you were a Pokemon, what would you be? I think that I would be the Lickitung. Or I would be Bulbasaur. Or I would be the Slowbro. Or I'd be like a little Charmander. I don't want to be a Pidgey, though. Someone said I looked like a Pidgey. Yeah. And last but not least, this isn't a question, but my lovely Twitter friend Xander said, when I think of Skylarkeleven, I think of kittens. And I would say that my life goal is now complete. Yay. We're a kitten. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for tuning into this Q&A. I'll be sure to do another one sometime soon, and I appreciate all of you who ask questions. Much love. I'll be back soon once I've buzzed my hair off, alright? See ya.